We all know that somewhere between 7, 8, 9, 10, and 20 whatever, there is a massive social, emotional, and physical development that takes place in our children. That's all according to God's good created plan. But in a fallen world, there are dangers there. You know, you put a 7-year-old boy and a 7-year-old girl in t-shirt and jeans, and they look pretty much alike. You put a 17-year-old boy and a 17-year-old girl in t-shirt and jeans, they don't look at all alike. When my boys were 7, 8 years old, they were convinced that girls had cooties. And none of us knew what cooties were, but they didn't want them. When they were 17 years old, all of a sudden they became cootie consumers. They were strangely attracted to them. Now, you have to understand that this is taking place in a world that is as broken as it could be in this area of sexuality. There will be no healthy external messages, none. We can't even agree on vocabulary anymore. We've lost terminology. Listen. If the entertainment in the middle of the Super Bowl is a stripper pole, we've gone nuts. And what that means, you can feel my passion, because I feel it down to my toes. Our children need us. Parents, you do not have the ability in this area to be silent. We can't be silent anymore. While the world talks about sex all the time, the Church of Jesus Christ is strangely silent. I am. Listen. This is created by our good God. We are His children. This belongs to us. Why are we giving away this turf? If you have a young person raised in Western culture, by the time they're 13 and 14, they're lost in sexual confusion. If they have a cell phone in their hands and they're 12 years old, what is available to them is shocking. I'm about to tell you a story that you will find it hard to believe. Mom and Dad grabbed me at the end of one of these conferences. She's already weeping. Said, "Can we talk?" I said, "Let's find a quiet place." And Mom couldn't talk. The father began to describe a son who seemed already addicted to the darkest forms of pornography. Now I'm thinking, they're describing to me a 17-year-old. I asked the question, "How old is your boy?" And the mother said, 8. 8. The damage that had already been done to the identity and the heart and the soul of that boy, 8 years old. And wisdom is only found inside of the pages of the Word of God. The beauty of biblical sexuality needs to be understood by children, and the danger of all the my way is the best way, I will satisfy my desires however way, how dark and destructive it is. You can't not have that conversation with your children. Dads, look at me. Your boys need you. And they don't need you to have one quasi-embarrassed conversation about the birds and the bees, never to have it again, because you're so glad you'll never have to talk to them again because you find it a little bit weird and creepy. That's failing your sons. You need to be humble and sweet and kind and approachable. So you open up a conversation that is ongoing. So you become a place where they feel comfortable to talk to about things. It's way deeper than catching your children doing stuff and grounding them because they have and teaching them that this is dangerous and stay away. You need to help them begin to form an understanding of the holy beauty of this area and the wisdom in all of God's restrictions, because everything out there is going to teach them something different.